All right, let's talk about something that's been, what, half a century in the making? We're talking about humanity's big return to deep space, a journey that's really going to redefine our place out there among the stars.
I mean, seriously, just stop for a second and try to picture it. You're looking out the window and you're watching our entire world, that little blue marble, get smaller and smaller as you're literally rocketing towards the moon. Well, for 4 astronauts, that's not imagination. It's about to be their reality.
54 years. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around, right? That's how long it's been since we last left the comfort of low Earth orbit. The last time was Apollo 17, way back in 1972. A whole generation has passed since any human has been that far from home.
So what is this mission that's finally breaking that long silence? Let's get into the details of Artemis II and meet the crew that's about to make some serious history.
Okay, so here's the rundown. The mission is Artemis II. It's the very first time people will be flying on NASA's beast of a rocket, the SLS, and in the Orion spacecraft. The whole point? A 10-day trip to fly around the moon and come back, basically to kick the tires on all the deep space systems. And inside that Orion capsule, which they've nicknamed Integrity, we've got our crew, Commander Reed Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover, and mission specialist Christina Koch and Jeremy Hansen.
So after a picture-perfect launch, the crew is orbiting the Earth. But the real test, the moment that truly commits them to going to the moon, that was still coming. The most critical maneuver of the whole first part of the mission.
Everything was leading up to this one moment. They had a flawless liftoff on April 1st. They did a few laps around Earth, adjusting their orbit, and then the stage was set. On the evening of April 2nd, it was time. Time for the translunar injection burn. This is the big one, the engine burn that would finally shove them out of Earth's orbit and send them on their way.
For just 5 minutes and 52 seconds, the Orion's engines had to fire absolutely perfectly. Every single second of that burn was pushing them faster and farther from Earth than anyone has gone in more than 50 years. No room for error.
And it was perfect. The burn was a success. And just like that, they had officially broken free from Earth's gravity. For the first time since 1972, human beings were once again on a trajectory to the moon. That right there is the moment history was made.
So what's it actually like for the people inside that capsule, experiencing all of this? Well, their first messages back from deep space, they were pretty incredible.
First up, we heard from the Canadian Space Agency's Jeremy Hansen. He really captured that connection to the thousands of people on the ground, saying they could feel the power of their perseverance during every single second of that burn. A great reminder that it's so much bigger than just the 4 of them in that capsule.
And then Christina Koch shared this just beautiful, profound thought. Seeing our planet get smaller, she said, "With this burn to the moon, we do not leave Earth, we choose it." Wow, that's a perspective you can only get from deep space.
So what does this all actually mean? I mean, it's a flyby, right? They aren't landing. So why is this specific kind of mission so incredibly important?
Okay, this is what's really smart about this mission. They're on what's called a free return trajectory. Now, unlike the Apollo missions that had to fire their engines again to get into orbit around the moon, Artemis II is taking a much safer, more conservative path. Basically, the moon's own gravity is going to grab the spacecraft, whip it around the far side, and just sling it right back towards Earth. It's a brilliant, safety-first design that ensures they have a path home.
Look, this mission is a huge deal for so many reasons. For one, it's the final exam for the whole system with actual people on board, testing everything from life support to radiation shields. It's also a landmark for representation, with Christina Koch becoming the first woman and Victor Glover the first person of color to fly on a lunar mission. And of course, this is the critical final step that paves the way for Artemis III, the mission that's actually going to land humans back on the moon. But of course, a project this massive doesn't just happen without any bumps in the road. There are some very real, very valid questions about the enormous costs in all the delays it's taken to get to this point.
And it's a complicated debate for sure. On one hand, people argue that Artemis is inspiring a whole new generation. It's pushing the boundaries of technology and it's bringing countries together. But on the other hand, critics rightly point to the huge cost overruns and constant delays, and they ask, couldn't we do this cheaper with robots? Or shouldn't we be focusing on problems right here on Earth? Both sides have a point.
So, the critical burn is done, the crew is on its way. What's next? Let's take a quick look at how this mission builds towards our future in space.
The roadmap from here is actually pretty clear. Step 1, complete this lunar flyby. Step 2, on about day 10, they have a safe splashdown in the Pacific. And if all of that checks out,
Then it is a green light for Artemis II, the mission that will finally put human boots back on the moon. It's all about taking it one careful step at a time, so that this time when we go back to stay.
You know, when you boil it all down, this whole journey is about so much more than just the rockets or the politics. It's a really powerful reminder of what we can do, what we can achieve, when we decide to aim for something just beyond our reach. This isn't just NASA flying to the moon, it's all of us choosing to reach farther, together.